In today's video, we're gonna look at the greatest animal actors of all time. If you know any of these amazing animals, let us know in the comments. And now let's dive right into the video. Crystal the monkey. Crystal the monkey is no small bananas. In just 5 of her movies, she holds a box office gross of over $2.5 billion. Her film, Hangover 2, opened at $177.8 million. The largest opening weekend in history for a comedy. She has worked with some of the biggest directors in Hollywood. She has held her own with Oscar winners, stole scenes from top comedians, and is beloved with the press as she commands red carpets. Paired with her extraordinary trainer, Tom Gunderson, she began in the business at the live animal show at Universal Studios.
What's that? Oh yeah, our cigarettes got them right here. Here you go. There you go. Deep breath. Good. Smoke it in.
In 1997, she appeared in her first film, George of the Jungle. In 2007, with over 20 features to her name, her big break came in Night at the Museum with Ben Stiller. With her naughty character, Dexter, she proved herself as not just a trained animal, but as an actor. In the second installment of Museum, she reprised her role of Dexter and furthered her range by playing the dual character of Abel. In 2011, Crystal solidified herself as an box office actress, beginning with Hangover 2, where she was a tour de force as a drug-dealing gangster. Also, starring in Hangover was the hilarious actor Ken Jeong, who said she's not a monkey, she's an actor, and quite possibly the best actor I've worked with. In the US, at Today's Review by Brian Alexander, he said one cast member truly stood out. Crystal, a capuchin monkey. Maybe her name should be Hollywood's hottest monkey. She went on to play Donald the Monkey Zookeeper, starring Kevin James, with Adam Sandler dubbing her voice. Rounding out the year with Oscar winner Matt Damon in We Got a Zoo, when the new show Animal Practice aired in 2012, with Crystal on their cover. New York Magazine said NBC's most valuable commodity this fall, an irresistible, virtuoso capuchin monkey. Bart the Bear.
My name is Doug Seuss, and this is my lifelong companion friend, Bart the Bear.
Bart the Bear was perhaps one of Hollywood's most remarkable animal stars. The Alaskan brown bear was born in 1977 and was brought in by UT animal trainer Doug Seuss. Bart started to train in acting in 1980 and grew to 9 feet tall, the average for brown bears. Bart starred in The Great Outdoors 1988, On Deadly Ground 1994, and The Edge 1997. Bart's co-stars included John Candy, Dan Aykroyd, Steven Seagal, Anthony Hopkins, and Alec Baldwin, all of whom were very impressed with how well a bear could be trained to act and enjoyed the experience of working with animals. Sadly, Bart died in 2000 of cancer at the age of 23 during filming of Animal Planet's Growing Up Grizzly 2001. His namesake is Little Bart. Little Bart's sister is named Honey Bump. Their mother was killed, and Doug and Lynceus took them in. Doug and wife Lynceus started the Vital Ground Foundation in honor of Bart, who was the organization's first ambassador. The organization was begun to set up plans to preserve the great grizzlies and other wildlife. Fun facts: weighed over 1,700 pounds as an adult. Bart died during the filming of the documentary Growing Up Grizzly 2001, which was presented by Brad Pitt, who plays Tristan Ludlow in Legends of the Fall 1994, the character that is killed by Bart at the end of the film. His brother's name is Tank. Bart the Bear II. Bart the Bear II is an 8.5-foot tall, 1,110-pound Alaskan brown bear whose impact on wildlife has been even bigger than his body or his acting accomplishments. Also known as Little Bart, Bart II is small only in comparison to his predecessor, Bart the Bear, who stood a foot taller and 400 pounds heavier in his prime. Orphaned as a tiny cub in Alaska, Bart II and his sister, Honey Bump, were rescued and delivered to Doug and Lynceus, the YouTube-based animal trainers who had turned Bart the Bear into an international celebrity and established the Vital Ground Foundation in 1990 to help protect habitat for Bart's wild grizzly cousins. Little Bart soon got very big, in the flesh and in the film industry. Still going strong as he nears age 20, Bart's acting accomplishments include Dr. Dolittle 2, Without a Paddle, Into the Wild, and more recently an episode of Bo's mega-hit Game of Thrones and the upcoming Discovery series, Man vs. Bear. Katie captivated audiences as Ross' pet monkey Marcel on Friends. Unfortunately, David Schwimmer didn't have the kindest words to say about his co-star back in the day. I hate the monkey. I wish it were dead. However, that hasn't stopped Katie from finding work in the industry. She has also acted on Ariana Grande's Nickelodeon series Sam and Cat and appeared on NBC's 30 Rock. Moose stole hearts as Martin Crane's adorable Jack Russell Terrier, Betty, on Frasier. While he drove Frasier to madness, Kelsey Grammer made sure to thank him in his acceptance speech at the 1994 Emmy Awards. Most important, Moose, this is for you. In the later seasons of the show, Eddie was played by Moose's son Enzo because Moose first started graying too rapidly. Appeared in Frasier 1993-2003 and My Dog Skip 2000. Fun facts, Moose's son Enzo is also in show business. They share the part of Skip in the movie My Dog Skip 2000. Received more fan mail than any of the other Frasier 1993 cast members. He was 15 and a half years old when he died. Before his acting career, Moose participated in numerous races at Jack Russell dog shows in Central Florida where he was whelped. Buddy was a stray discovered by trainer Kevin DeSicco. DeSicco introduced Buddy to Air Bud director Charles Martin Smith, and the rest is history. Smith also went on to direct A Dog's Way Home. I find animals fascinating to make movies about. They are always honest. You always get an honest performance out of an animal. Appeared in Full House 1995 and Air Bud 1997. Fun facts, has appeared on Full House 1987 as Comet on a few episodes. His first appearance was on America's Funniest Home Videos. He then gained further fame dunking baskets on David Letterman's Stupid Pet Tricks segment of The Late Show with David Letterman. After Full House ended in 1995, Buddy starred as a dog that was reincarnated after a businessman's death. In the film Fluke 1995, Buddy was found by Kevin DeSicco as a stray dog in the Sierra Nevada mountains in the summer of 1989. Ian DeSicco adopted the disheveled golden retriever and brought him home to San Diego, where he trained him in the sports of basketball, chess, baseball, football, soccer, and hockey. Orangey the cat is the only feline double winner of the Patsy Award, the animal kingdom's equivalent of the Oscar. The Patsy Award is given out by the American Humane Association's Hollywood branch and stands for Picture Animal Top Star of the Year. Orangey won his first Patsy for his cinema debut in Rhubarb 1951, playing the eponymous baseball team-owning cat in the 1951 film. 10 years later, he won his second Patsy, playing cat in Ranachki U Tiffany Ho 1961, a homeless feline described as a poor slob without a name by Holly Golightly Audrey Hepburn, whom he visits. Orangey, who sometimes was billed as Rhubarb the cat, was an orange-colored tabby trained by the famous animal trainer Frank Kinn, known for such famous critter thespians as the pig who played Darnold Ziffel on Green Acres 1965 and Higgins the dog, who appeared in the TV series Petticoat Junction 1964 TV and originated the role of Benji in the movies. Both Arnold and Higgins were Patsy winners. Frank Kinn's critters won a total of 40 Patsy Awards during his career. Orangey's longest gig was a recurring role as Minerva the cat in the TV series Our Miss Brooks 1952 from 1952 through 1958. Bonny is a rescue dog and was adopted by Movie Animal Company, performing animal troupe, specifically for 7 Psychopaths 2012. She now lives with her trainer, Claire Dorr, and continues her acting career. In between naps and cuddles, Bonny formed a special bond with Christopher Walken during the filming of 7 Psychopaths. Walken spoke highly of his canine co-star while she walked the red carpet at the Toronto International Film Festival. The dog is like an angel. Keiko, a genus orca whale, was born in 1976 and captured off the coast of Iceland in 1979. He was sold to the marine park industry, and in 1985 he arrived to Reno Aventura in Mexico City and lived a normal life for a captive whale until 1993. In that year, he was cast as Willie in the movie Free Willy, capturing the hearts of millions of children and adults worldwide. Afterwards, Life magazine made an article where it showed of the horrible conditions in which he lived in Reno Aventura, so an international pledge was started and enough money was raised to have him sent to the Oregon Coast Aquarium before being airlifted back to Iceland in 1998 to prepare him for a return to the wild. He was trained to survive in the wild and released in July of 2002, but he longed for human contact. He swam 870 miles, eventually ending up in Helsa, Norway in September of 2002, where local residents played with him often, so much so that animal protection authorities banned anyone from approaching him. He was looked after by whale keepers for the last year of life, suddenly coming down with pneumonia on December 10, 2003. He died a day later.